Alright, you guys are going to be doing a planet video about a planet that will be given, I will assign to you. I am going to show you how to do the research for this planet video script. You will be getting your information from a packet of information from Enchanted Learning, specifically about your planet. The planet I am going to do, to give you an example, is going to be Pluto. As we know, Pluto is the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9th planet from the Sun. And actually, it is a dwarf planet. It is really not considered a planet proper, but it is considered a dwarf planet because it is smaller than many of the moons that we will find in our solar system. So let's begin. All right, so which planet are you going to present to us today? Well, I would answer, I am going to present the planet Pluto. And we know that it is the 9th planet from the Sun. How many moons does it have? Right. Sometimes you will find this information up here, but what I have noticed is that there's actually a special section called Pluto's Moons. And so far what I've learned is that it has one large moon named Charon, 2 small moons, and another moon called P4 was discovered by the Hubble telescope in 2011. So that would be 1, 2, 3, 4 moons. So let's go to my script. How many moons does it have? It has 4 moons. And I have the information. Oops. Wrong information. Go back again. It has one large moon named Charon, also Nix and Hydra, Alright, so I wrote down that information. It has one large moon named Charon, 2 small moons called Nix and Hydra, as well as P4. What kind of an atmosphere does it have? So I'm looking for the word atmosphere, which is right here. An atmosphere is what kind of air do we find around Pluto? Here it says it is probably mostly nitrogen with a little carbon monoxide and methane. Both of these gases, carbon monoxide and methane, would be poisonous to us as humans. So we could not live there. So I'm going to write that down. Humans could not live here. Okay, what size is Pluto? Size is right up here. Size. Pluto is 1,413 miles in diameter, which means the distance from one side to the other. So let me go back. The diameter is, delete, go back again, wasn't the information I wanted, is 1,413 miles. There we go. And so the question is, what size is Pluto? And the diameter is 1,413 miles. From what we know, it is the smallest planet in the solar system. Okay? In fact, it is so small that we call it a dwarf planet. All right, how does the mass of Pluto compare to the Earth? So mass, right there. Mass is how much pull the planet has, how much pull the planet, gravitational pull the planet has. And Pluto is actually 1/500th the mass of the Earth. So 500 Plutos makes one Earth. I'm going to copy that information and the mass of Pluto is 1/500th of the Earth's mass. Okay, next question. How much would a 100-pound person weigh on Pluto? Okay, it will be in the same area as mass and gravity. And if you look at the bottom sentence there, a 100-pound person would weigh only 8 pounds on Pluto because there is less pull from the planet, less gravitational pull. So a 100-pound person would weigh 8 pounds here. Number 7. How long does it take for Pluto to orbit the Sun? So how much time does it take for Pluto to go all the way around the Sun one time? Let's see. Pluto's orbit, or length of a day and year. That will tell you. So each day on Pluto takes 6.39 Earth days. Each year on Pluto takes 247.7 Earth years. So for Pluto to go all the way around the Sun one time, it takes 247 Earth years. So in the time that Earth goes around 247 times, Pluto only goes around once. So I'm going to cut that and I'm going to put it in. So it takes this planet 247 Earth years, not months, not days, to orbit the Sun. Number 8. How far from the Sun is Pluto's orbit? All right. Okay, Pluto's orbit is from 2.8 to 4.6 billion miles from the Sun. So that's very, very, very far. Next question asks about temperature, so we're going to look for temperature. Temperature. There it is. Pluto is very, very cold. Its temperature ranges between negative 396 to negative 378 degrees Fahrenheit, which is much colder than you will ever see in the state of Maine. So the temperature on Pluto is negative 396 to negative 378 degrees Fahrenheit. Next question, what is the planet made of? It is probably composed or made of, let's go see. So we're looking for the word composition. Some of you may not have composition in your, there it is, planetary composition. Some of you may not have this, so you will have to come see me and I will help you figure out what the composition is. So it says Pluto's composition is unknown, because nobody's been there. But the guess is it is probably made up of 70% rock and 30% water. So I'm going to copy that and paste it here. So it's probably composed of about 70% rock and 30% water, which would be ice if it's in that cold environment. Who was it named after? Okay, that is often on the very bottom of these pages. So let's see. Pluto. Pluto-Earth comparison. Pluto was named after the Roman god of the underworld. Pluto. Cut that. Put that here. After. I don't want two afters. So it was named after the Roman god of the underworld, Pluto. Okay, number 13. Has this planet been explored in a spacecraft, by a spacecraft? That would be hard to imagine because it's so far away from planet Earth. Could we have sent a spacecraft? Well, let's see. If we go to the top, I remember seeing this here. Okay, the very first paragraph it says, Pluto, in 2015, a spacecraft called New Horizons that was launched by NASA in 2006 will visit Pluto. So next year, I'm going to cut that, or copy that. Next year, a spacecraft will visit Pluto. And that spacecraft was sent in 2006. So it took 9 years to get there. It's amazing. So the spacecraft, I'm just going to change this. In 2015, a spacecraft called New Horizons will visit Pluto. Not every planet has been visited by a spacecraft, but Pluto will be if everything goes as planned. All right, so what do I think is the most interesting thing about this planet? That's the final question. And I think the most interesting thing about this planet is that it is so far away and still in our galaxy, in our solar system. And that's the end. Good luck, and if you need my help, I'm always here.